We're so back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're home. So to kick off this video here today, I think it's safe to say that the dev team in recent years have pulled back the practice a little bit when it comes to Easter egging out stuff for the upcoming updates. A few years ago, it was pretty common practice in social posts to see like fun narratives being given to us for the community to piece together to give information for that next update. It could be attributed to maybe like these collabs that we've been getting more and more, where they don't really want to leak anything about the collab that we're getting, or it's just a practice that they stopped doing. But this time around for this update, maybe it's because this update is going to be a bigger one, there has been a very fun breadcrumb trail that the dev team gave us that I don't think a lot of people have been picking up on, and we're about to get into. And it all started with this photo. But the post in question here is a narrative post, if you'd ask me, about the current season that we're in. It's not really advertising a whole lot. It's not like a drop of a new skin or anything like that. It's just a story being told. And in my opinion, these are the most important if we're talking Easter eggs, where we need to get our goggles on and hone in. In the photo, we have the Junker family looking like they're getting ready for battle, where Jessie is getting into her mech and piloting and ready to get out there doing whatever they're going to do. We have Pam in the background looking worried, if you'd ask me, for her daughter. And then we have Nani piloting out the mech, getting ready to go. What they're getting ready for, I'm not sure. Looks kind of dangerous, if you'd ask me. But where most of the speculation and the fun theory crafting is being born is this tower in the background. People notice that there is a light on in the background here. Now, if you guys don't know the structure within Starr Park, this is like a very popular attraction within a lot of theme parks, right? It's like a viewing tower where it starts off at the bottom, you enter, and you can go up and see a beautiful vantage point of the entire park that you are in. And I believe the light being shown in the background has everything to do with the 100th Brawler coming to the game. The main theories behind it being this main CEO bad guy of Starr Park, the person behind all the experimentation, turning inanimate objects into brawlers, and all the wrongdoings within Starr Park, the main villain, the CEO, not Edgar, the CEO of Starr Park, which I think is the 100th Brawler. Now, before we move along from this photo, I just wanted to give you guys a better look at it with filters in Photoshop. Unfortunately, seeing that it is so far away in the photo, it's meant to be an object in the background. It's really, really blurry, but if we sharpen it up, we can see the light much, much more in the background. You can see like 3 separate light sources. This one, which is a bit more dim. We can see like structure within the room itself back there. And then I believe whoever the CEO is, or whatever it's going to be, I believe is this light looking on. Can kind of like get it to where maybe you can see like eyes. I don't know. It's like, dude, I wish it was just a little less blurry. It would be so cool. But then it got me thinking, how often has this watchtower been popping up in social media posts? And when did it start to become significant to the point that we're at right now? This is not like an uncommon thing. We can see posts all the way from 2024 showcasing this watchtower in the background. And at the time, to be completely honest, I thought this was just a part of like the RT environment where we can see like the radio station and stuff. But later on, giving the map of Starr Park, we can see this tower its own deal, right? It's its own environment overseeing the entire park. Now, in 2024, I don't think they were leading up all the way until now for this like 100th Brawler drop or reveal, but it is still an important structure within Starr Park that I feel like no one was really talking about at the time. Taking a look at the actual map of Starr Park, we can get another example of kind of RT's environment being completely separate from this big overseeing vantage point where I believe the CEO resides. Again, not getting much talk, except more recently, and I'll show you why. Just showcasing a few more examples from different animations way back in the day. This was when the Trophy Road was reworked, the animation that we all sat through when you clicked on the Trophy Road, but we can see that viewing structure vantage point in the background. It's always really been there, but now more recently it's been picking up and growing way more significant. You guys probably remember this post from a few months ago. The only thing that we can see wherever we're at in this environment from Starr Park is that vantage point, that watchtower. So I believe around this time is when the dev team made it a little bit more obvious, or they are using it more narratively in these photos. Kind of ominous now when we start seeing these pop up in the background where someone is watching on. Someone needs to keep tabs on every single person in Starr Park. which I believe is the evil dude, right? Going through different social posts, getting closer and closer to current day during the Stranger Things collab, we can see it ominously in the background yet again. The viewpoint, the structure in the background, and leading us into this piece here. So it's always really been there, but I think more narratively speaking, recently the dev team have made it much more intentional and much more important, as this fixture I think is dedicated to this next update and the brawler coming for our 100th brawler. Now, digging a little bit deeper into this as I was going down this rabbit hole, I ended up stumbling across this awesome theory 5 months ago. There was someone on the right track 5 months ago. We have Gary Gooper, legendary username, but he has a post here: Brawl lore and theories, Starr Park Tower plus RT, Larry, Laurie, and Spike. An awesome theory that I think sums it up really, really nicely. Something I've noticed for a while is Starr Park's tower. It's been popping up in social media posts such as the Lunar New Year skins for Chester, Hank, and Crow, and the Toy Story collab trailer video. Until now, we've never had a clear view of the entire park, but now that we do, and we can clearly see not only the tower itself, but the entrance to said tower at the foot of the mountains. This was definitely not a detail that I first noticed, but we are getting like a vantage point of, I believe, the CEO of BrawlStar's, this main bad guy, the 100th Brawler's environment, right? We have his watchtower here and the entrance of the watchtower, which is barred up and gated. I'm guessing not allowing anyone to get in. And then the entrance is like half a star. Continuing on with this fun theory. So who's inside? Easy, the CEO of BrawlStar's, and no, not Edgar, but the actual person that runs the park, the person pulling the strings and making sure that once you arrive, you can never leave. They are responsible for making the brawlers. Moreover, this could mean that there are labs inside experimenting on attendees. We're now getting into like a deeper cut of Starr Park lore if you guys have been around for it. I'm not going to get into the entire lore of Starr Park, but basically, revealed during the CCTV footage time or era, we know that there was gems that were giving power to people within Starr Park and changing them into playable brawlers, whether they were like inanimate objects, which the poster of this goes into in the paragraph, where like 8-Bit was a arcade machine turned into a brawler, Rico a gumball machine, Pearl an oven. There's someone behind all of this and what Starr Park is now to this day, and the brawlers in the Brawl Stars universe that we play every single day. There's someone behind it, and I believe they're going to be revealed in this update. Now, the poster of this gets into more interesting theories, going a bit deeper into what family this brawler could reside in. And I think if you guys put on your tinfoil hats, could also come to this conclusion, but I believe he's going to be a part of the RT and Larry Laurie trio. Now, what this final paragraph goes into is the animation of when the trophy road was changed. In it, we could see RT and the twins doing like surveillance to a degree. We pick up here, what does RT and the twins and Spike have to do with this? RT is surveillance for the CEO. He keeps tabs on every single brawler and every attendee, as the CEO is probably too busy to keep an eye on everything. Larry hands out the tickets that don't allow the guests to leave, and Laurie makes sure that no one is there to break the cycle of Starr Park. He then goes on and saying, seeing that in the animation Spike is being frisked by one of the twins, that Spike knows too much, which this is like an ongoing lore with Spike. He's kind of been that guy, the informant on the inside. He is supposed to be the guy that knows everything, right? It's the reason why he's in the background of all the photos in Brawl Stars posts on social medias. But a very apt and accurate lore or theory from this guy 5 months ago, which I think still rings true today. And that's kind of where the storyline comes to an abrupt end, seeing that we are all caught up. This is the most recent photo that we started with, full circle. Now, in the coming days, if any other social posts are posted, make sure to keep tabs. There might be more about this, because I think this is like the narrative storyline that the dev team is using leading into this next update. But the question is what does this all mean? What's the significance behind this, uncovering this fun story? Well, all of our theories, I think, leading up into this, whether we were like 50% certain that we were getting 3 brawlers, the 100th brawler in this next update, I think bumped up to like 90%. Not only are we getting such a significant update in the form of like these buffies coming out and all that good stuff, quality of life changes, I think we're also getting our 100th brawler in this update, and that brawler is going to be the CEO, the main villain, the bad guy of Starr Park, with all of this fun drops going on here. And then, of course, as we alluded to just a minute ago, I think this 100th brawler will perfectly be sitting in the Starr Hub trio if they are introduced right alongside RT and Larry Laurie, the CEO's surveillance and security within the park, keeping tabs on all the brawlers and guests in the park. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me, dude. It's been a while since we've had like really cool Easter eggs leading into an update, which I think just solidifies the importance of this update that much more. I think it's going to be a really big one, guys. This update has the potential to be one of the biggest in years, I would say. But with all that being said, again, I pass it along to you. I love your guys' theories. It's some of the reasons why I can even make videos on topics such as this. You guys end up uncovering really good stuff that allow me to snowpile on and make videos about it. So let me know what y'all are thinking. Super, super interesting. And I think I'll leave you off on that note. Big things are coming. Make sure to stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Easter eggs and sneak peeks right around the corner for that Brawl talk this weekend. And we'll be talking super soon. Adios, everybody. Take care.